So, ito na, pangatlong video na of my SOPE Week 2020 series, I guess. Series ba to? Ewan ko. Basta may susunod pa dito, so parang gano'n na din. Again, as I mentioned from the previous videos, na-introduce ko na kung ano ang SOPE at SOPE Week. And as the title says, this is SOPE Week Day 4. So, if kung gusto nyo ng mas elaborate na introduction for what SOPE Week is, I will be linking day 1 and day 2 and even yung SOPE Week 2019 videos ko here, and in the description below. So, yeah, dun yung makikita yung introduction for what SOPE Week is. And alam yun, para maka-catch up kayo since day 4 nga to and I've done previous videos for day 1 and day 2. So yeah, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen and everyone in between, here is my speed art process video of SOPE Week Day 4. So, enjoy! Kita-kit sa outro. Ay, maganda pala. So, we are now on day 4 of SOPE Week 2020 and the prompt na binigay is titled Combo. Pero actually, day 4 is parang mamimili ka ng isang trope like friends to lovers, childhood friends, fake relationships, yung mga usual cliche tags sa mga ships. And then, after picking a trope, mamimili ka naman sa mga parang context or settings para idagdag sa trope na napili mo. So basically, ang title talaga ng prompt is combination, pero ginawa na lang combo para shortcut. Ewan ko. Nagbigay sila ng mga examples so it was easy. Tsaka, when you think about it, parang sky's the limit naman when it comes to context as long as yung trope na pinili mo is nandun pa din. So, ako, ang pinili ko is childhood friends and of course, the soap trash that I am. Syempre, ang context na ilalagay ko is soulmates! Now, before I continue, siguro nagtataka kayo, parang may kulang, parang may mali. Bakit at nasaan ang day 3 video ko for SOPE Week? Well, ladies and gentlemen, simpleng sagot lang yan. Wala akong entry for day 3. Dun, dun, dun. Pero seryoso, yun lang talaga yung parang regret ko for this year's SOPE Week. And that is, hindi ko nga nakompleto yung buong linggo. I mean, hindi naman ako nagtataka para sa sarili ko kasi, hello, ako to, artist daw, pero laging late sa mga art trends. At saka, hindi ko naman din nakumpleto yung last year. Pero, still, ayun nga, unfortunately, for day 3 prompt, which is futuristic, as much as may idea naman talaga ako, hindi ko din nagawa kasi, wala hindi ko nagawa So, lumaktaw ako, ito. Pero anyways, back to the art itself, ayun nga, the childhood friends trope. As much as ayoko sa trope na to when it comes to a lot of anime, ito pa din pinili ko kasi first of all, hindi naman anime ang SOPE, and second, ako naman ang may control ng fan art na to. So, malamang bibigyan ko sila ng happy ending, okay? So, yung idea ko for this fan art is, as you can see naman, is that I wanted to draw Yoongi and Hosok. Parang trying to hold hands through the course of time. Parang ganun pa. Kasi nga, di ba, childhood friends yung pinili kong trope. So, initially, I wanted it to be 4 frames of parang different times ng life nila. Like, childhood, and then teenager, and then young adult, and then quote-unquote proper adult na. Kaso, hindi kinaya ng powers ko So, nagsettle na lang ako sa 3 and I guess parang nahirapan akong mag-isip nga kung paano ipapakita yung difference of a young adult from a real adult, if that makes sense. So, ayan, 3 kamay in different times. 1 from childhood, 1 from teenager, and then 1 from adult. And then, ayun nga, as you can see, dun sa parang palibot nung different frames ng mga kamay nila, I wanted to like put different objects na parang nag-symbolize nung different aspects ng buhay nila. Parang, kumbaga, yung mga representation din ng growth nila as individuals. Like, for example, the most obvious one, yung basketball, which is obviously a symbol for Yoongi's past and, you know, maybe until present since love pa din naman niya yung basketball hanggang ngayon, di ba? And another example, another obvious one is yung Huwag Market jacket nila. Basta, don't worry, isa-isahin natin yung mga symbolism channel na yan mamaya. Pero, ayun nga, the whole gist, or rather, yung pinaka-theme ng fan art na to is basically soap through the years from childhood to, yun nga, proper adult, soulmates, gano'n. And then, yung pinaka-highlight is yung mga bagay-bagay nga na nagre-represent sa kanila as, ayun nga, soulmates. Kumbaga, yes, may mga bagay dito na nilagay ko, nagre-represent sa kanila individually, pero di ba yun yung beauty ng soulmate trope na they find each other no matter what. Parang ganun ba? Gets nyo ba? Ang hirap mag-explain, my God. So now na na-explain ko na yung pinaka-main itsura ng fan art na to, let's go to the art process naman. Wow, parang tunog proper art process video to ah. Aba-aba, ano nakain ko? Anyways, ayun nga, the process is just the same as every other fan art that I've done. I start off with the first sketches. Medyo madali lang yung sketches for the hands kasi, ayun nga, kamay lang. So, parang gamay ko na. Pero, syempre, di mawawala yung pagka-OC ko, diba? So, ayun nga, medyo mabilis lang natapos yung sketches ng kamay. And I had references. So, thank God for Google. And then, of course, the sketches for the objects, I guess. Symbols. Ano ba to? Mga representation nila. Basta yon yung mga bagay-bagay. Ayun, dyan. Dyan ako actually nahirapan kasi besides backgrounds, ang isa ko pang kahinaan is composition. Surprise, surprise. Like, yes, I have an idea of what to draw or how I want it to look like. Pero, alam nyo yung pag nilagay nyo na sa papel, or rather sa canvas, parang may mali or parang may kulang, tas hindi mo ma-pinpoint or even di mo alam kung ano pwede mo idagdag kasi mukhang kulang, or minsan ang gulo-gulo na sa kakadagdag mo, di mo alam ano ibabawas mo. Artists, do you feel me? So, ayun nga, composition, medyo hindi ko pa gamay. Actually, hindi. Hindi ko talaga siya gamay. Hindi ko kayang mag-compose ng artwork. As in, kailangan ko pa ng 50 plus Google Chrome tabs para lang makakuha ng concrete idea. And minsan kakasabi ko nga lang, di ba, na pag in-apply ko na sa canvas, halas siya, wala, nag-iiba lahat. As in, napakagulo ko talaga when it comes to composition. Tulad dito sa fan art na to, hindi ko siya in-screen record, pero sobrang dami kong revisions sa composition nito. As in, okay na siya sa papel eh. Kaso, nung nasa Photoshop na ako, alhala, ang daming kulang, may mga free space, may mga gusto akong idagdag, pero hindi kasya. Drawing, tas bura, tas drawing ulit, tas bura ulit. As in, grabe kung in-screen record ko yun lahat, mas tatagal pa tong video na to. As in, grabe talaga, muntik ko ng sukuan to. Pero, ayun nga, at least pinagtyagaan ko. And, ayan, ito na tayo. Yosh, yeah, palakpakan naman dyan. Oh, yeah. Wait, asa na ba ako? Ayun, sketches. Ayun nga, after 84 years of composition sketching, of course, sabi ko nga, as usual, edi line art na. Take note, again, this was back in August. So, kung napapansin nyo, yung brush ko na ginagamit ko dito is different from the brush na ginagamit ko today. And again, paulit-ulit ko na nga sinasabi na nangangapa pa ako sa bagong tablet. So, medyo di halata. Pero chaotic yung pag-line art ko kasi ewan ko ba, minsan sa tablet na to, minsan sobrang sensitive, minsan naman hindi. Ewan ko ba kung sa brush na gamit ko yun o pasmado lang talaga ako. And then, ayun nga, after the line art, base colors, and then shadows, highlights, gradients, mga overlay patterns, yun nga, the usual process. Oo nga pala, at one point in the video, katulad nung sa day 2 ko of Soap Week, nung nag-i-start na ako sa shadows and highlights, I was kind of like parang trying to do yun nga, yung sinabi ko dati na blended color style? Question mark? Hindi ko talaga alam kung anong tawag doon, pero basta ayun. Sabi ko nga, I was trying to quote-unquote experiment. Well, not really experiment. Parang, kumbaga, I wanted to see if magwo-work nga kung iniba ko yung art style ko or the way I color shadows and stuff like that. Kasi nga, di ba, sabi ko yung mindset ko was parang gusto ko ng bagong paraan kung paano magkulay. Kasi yun talaga yung gusto kong art style. But I never really had the chance or opportunity kung saan ko pwedeng gamitin yon or at least simulan gamitin. Thankfully, again, paulit-ulit na, I somehow managed to tweak, I guess, yung art style ko ngayon. And if you guys have been following me on Twitter, or at least nakita nyo na yung A3 art video ko, nakikita nyo naman na iba na yung art style ko doon. Or rather, iba na yung pag-color ko ng shadows and highlights. And even though one could argue na quote-unquote, mas mahirap or time-consuming yung art style na yon, I can confidently say na tama ka. Time-consuming nga siya. Pero doon ako komportable eh. And di ba yun naman talaga ang importante when it comes to art or even in any activity in life. As long as comfortable ka and effective pa din naman yung way of execution mo, okay na yun. Teka, ba't parang naging super deep na tayo? Basta, ayun lang. Nakita ko lang sa time-lapse na to na parang gusto ko ngang ibahin yung way of coloring ko. Pero, again, sabi ko nga, gahol ako sa oras. So, nagsettle na lang muna ako sa parang old art style ko. Sabi ko nga, August pa to. So, hindi ko na masyado naaalala kung anong pinagagagawa ko dito. So, ayan na nga, since tapos ko na ikwento yung process, I guess, pwede na nating simulan yung references for this entire artwork. Since yun naman talaga yung pinaka-highlight ng video na to. And also, I actually didn't have the chance na isa-isahin tong mga symbolism channelin sa fan art na to sa Twitter. So, I might as well do it here, diba? So, first off, unahin ko yung mga kamay nila. Nabanggit ko na rin naman kanina na 3 frames of hands nila represents their childhood and then their teenage years and then adult. So, ang references ko for the childhood hands are obviously mga childhood photos nila. As far as I remember, di ba, meron silang photoshoot noong 2018. I think for army.zip nila. And one of the themes na ginawa nila doon is yung parang i-recreate nila yung childhood photos nila. And my goodness, sobrang cute nila sa picture na doon. Pero bago pa ako lumihis sa topic, the photos they recreated were obviously also the ones na ginamit ko as references. So, this one for Yoongi. As you can see, yung yellow sleeves nung sweater niya. And then this one for Hosok. Kita nyo yung oversized t-shirt niya, diba? So, ayan, medyo hindi obvious pero yan yung mga ginamit ko for the childhood frame. Next naman is their teenager, I guess. Or maybe young adult na. Kasi parang papunta na sa 20s nila, ganun. Parang yung time frame nila as BTS, mga ganun. So, there's actually no specific references para dito. I just went with my gut kung ano yung usually nasuot nila. Like how, di ba si Yoongi laging naka-black, either jacket or sweater. And then si Hosok, he never really changed too much. Pero alam naman natin na mahilig pa din to sa oversized t-shirt. So, ayun. And then, I added a bracelet just to show na mahilig naman din mag-accessorize tong si Hosok, diba? And then, the last one is the proper adult frame. The idea for this frame is basically marriage. Yeah, SOPE. Married. They are married, Your Honor. Saan pa ba mapupunta to, diba? Kasi happy ending nga, diba? Actually, if napansin nyo kanina, nung ginagawa ko yung line art, I was supposed to show them wearing a ring. Kaso, nung nilalagay ko na yung base colors, na-realize ko bigla na parang may mali. Tapos, yun pala, yung kamay na nasa harap is actually the right hand. Eh, diba yung sing-sing dapat nasa kaliwa? So, ayun, unfortunately, I had to erase the ring. Pero, promise kasal yan mali lang talaga yung kamay na nilagay ko sa harap. Ngayon naman, ito na. Ang mga bagay-bagay, mga symbolism, representation, channeling, and clover. Susubukan kong wag masyadong habaan yung explanation ng bawat isa. So, ito na. Bear with me, okay? I mean, hindi naman ganun kadami, pero kasi, alam nyo yun, baka ano pa idaldal ko. So, yeah. So, first off, sige, unahin na natin yung basketball. I mean, kahit hindi ko pa siya binanggit kanina, obvious naman na basketball is Yoongi's sport. Yun nga yung meaning ng Suga, diba? Shooting guard. And we've seen him in action in many times like Isaac, Rookie King, American Hustle Life, mga Bangtan Bam. And then sa tabi nun is, well, actually, grabe ni-research ko pa to As in, di ko akalain na maalala ko to. Pero Alam niyo yung sinaunang video ni Yoongi sa Bangtan TV? Tapos title niya is Shugae Machine MK2 Review. Di ko alam paano sabihin yun. Di ko alam kung may subtitles yan, pero I'm pretty sure wala. Siguro meron sa Bangtan subs. Kasi nga sinauna pa yan. As in, hindi pa nga nagde-debut ang Bangtan yan eh. Pero ayun nga, I wanted to represent Yoongi's love for music in a parang blast from the past. Kasi as a Yoongi stan, ilang beses ko nang naririnig sa kanya yung mga kwento niya about no pinag-iipunan niya yung first MIDI equipment niya, like when he was 12 or 13 years old. Although, di ko mahanap kung anong equipment yun. And I obviously know nothing about MIDI equipment or any sound making machine producer equipment chuchu. This was the earliest that I could remember. So, yan. Ito yung in-include ko sa fan art na to. And then next is, well, di naman to super specific, pero I just wanted to parang sell the idea nga na they write their own music. And obviously, we all know that Yoongi can read notes. Unlike the other members, for some reason, hindi ko rin alam kung bakit. Pero ayun nga, naglagay ako ng music sheet dyan with a pencil and eraser. So, yun. Peke yung music sheet na yan ah. And then the sunflowers because when I was originally doing the hell of a composition for this fan art, I knew that I wanted to include yung rose dun sa baba. So, I wanted to parang kind of like balance it with another flower. And I guess naisip ko na yung sunflowers are usually how we parang associate hosok with. So, ayun, di naman siya ganun kakomplikado pero sunflowers are bright and sunny like hosok, di ba? Ayun, yun lang. And then next, from the left side naman are two Polaroids which have two different selkas of Hosok and Yoongi, which I actually drew from 2019 and this year 2020. Again, no hidden meaning, just a couple of photos kasi I think I added the Polaroids as parang like a quote-unquote filler kasi may space pa tapos di ko alam kung ano ilalagay ko dito. So, ayan, mga selfie na lang nila. And then beside it is a phone with earphones. Medyo basic lang naman to. Again, this is like a representation of how they listen to music all the time or even just music itself. And then the two microphones with their own colors kasi di ba lahat ng Bangtan may sariling kulay for each of their microphones. So, Hosok's microphone is red and then Yoongi's is black. And then, syempre, with microphones, syempre kasama na dun yung personalized in-ear nila. Tama ba? In-ear, in-ear pieces. In-ears. Yun. Now, for this fan art, alam kong nag-iba na yung design ng in-ears nila for 2020. Pero, for this fan art, I chose the iconic designs na alam na nating lahat. Like, yung in-ear ni Yoongi is yung parang may stylish letter S na design. Yung lagi natin nakikita sa mga fan site photos. And then, yung kay Hosok naman, I know iba na yung color ng in-ear niya ngayon. I think it's red. Pero, I chose the black and white one na may J-Hope sa gitna. Kasi nga, sabi ko, diba, I wanted to go with the iconic or kahit yung memorable designs para lang, alam mo yun, madaling maalala. And then lastly, from this side, another obvious one is a DSLR camera. Alam naman natin na besides Jungkook, Yoongi has always been the photographer of the group. As in, di ba may mga reviews pa siya dati sa blog nila. Tapos, may mga sarili siyang parang fan site photos na may watermark pa niya eh. And even though nakakamiss makita siya na may camera, I think Bon Voyage was the last one that we saw him with a camera. I think photography is still a part of Yoongi. So, yeah, ayan, nilagay ko lang dyan. And then, the rose. Now, unlike the sunflowers, itong rose naman na to is actually from a very specific event. Alam niyo yung isang red carpet event na hindi ko maalala kung award show siya or something, pero I tried my best to Google it. Pero somewhere 2016 pa ata to. Basta kung SOPE ka katulad ko, alam kong alam mo to. Like, ito yung parang papunta yung Bangtan sa red carpet. Tapos may isang reporter or staff, I guess, na nagbigay ng isang rose kay Yoongi. And then, naghintay si Yoongi dun sa spot na yun para lang iabot kay Hosok yung rose na yun. Even though dumaan na yung ibang members, kay Hosok niya pa din binigay yun. So, yun na yun. Ito yung rose na yun. And then next is, well, binanggit ko na kanina, di ba, about sa SOPE adult being married. So, parang dito ko na lang binawi yung the fact na they're married pero Hindi ko nga mapakita yung singsing kasi nga mali yung side nung kamay na dinrawing ko. So, ayan, dalawang singsing sa isang box. And then beside the box is the iconic Kakai Kiki flower keychain done by the artist Takashi Murakami, which is something that I chose to represent for Hoso kasi alam naman natin na may keychain siya niyan. Kung nakita niyo yan, alam niyo yan. And ilang beses na nga natin nakita yan na may merchandise si Hosok ni Takashi Murakami. So, ayan, yan yun. And also, with it are imaginary house keys kasi syempre, di ba, SOPE is married. So, syempre, meron na silang susi ng bahay nila, di ba? So, ayan. And then sa baba is, well, to be honest, I still wanted to put the iconic SOPE couple bracelet, which are the dolphin bracelets. I think it was Frika yung brand, pero I guess I wanted to change that kasi nagawa ko na yun last year from my social media themed SOPE Week art video. So, ang ginamit ko na lang for this fan art is yung, kung di pa siya obvious, is yung mga bracelet na ginawa ni Hosok sa isang V-Live. Yung mga personalized bracelet na ginawa niya for each of the members. So, ayun, yan yun. And then again, nabanggit ko na din kanina yung Wage Market jacket nila. Again, iconic. And then I think at this point, nawawala na ako ng idea. So, pinulot ko na lang yung isa sa mga ginawa ko from last year. Again, from the social media prompt. Where pinakita ko yung shoes ni Hosok, which are the Balenciaga ones. And then yung these are the black Hermes sandals, I think. Yeah, yun. And then lastly, yung G's iconic gray beanie. Yeah, that's it. Wala na ako maisip. Oo nga pala, yung red lines pala sa mga corners. Yes, that is in fact the cliche red string of fate. Kasi para lang ma-solidify ko yung soulmate trope. Kasi alam mo naman, what better way to show soulmate culture than the red string of fate. So yeah, actually this fan art surprisingly turned out to be my favorite out of all the SOPE Week entries na ginawa ko for this year. Like, much more than the next 2 days na ginawa ko. And I didn't really know na magiging favorite ko to kasi, grabe, I think I did this for 10 hours combined. So, like, 2 araw ko siyang ginawa. So, ito ata yung pinakamatagal kong ginawa for SOPE Week 2020. And ayun nga, sabi ko nga kanina, I didn't really expect it to turn out this way. Akala ko nga baka maging mediocre lang to kasi grabe hirap na hirap talaga ako nung inaayos ko yung composition nito. Pero ayun nga, I guess hard work pays off. Hindi ko nga alam if this classifies as hard work, pero ayun, I turned out loving this artwork the most and I'm so happy pinagtiyagaan ko tong gawin. And now that I think about it, it's very different from most of the fan arts I've done before. I thought magugustuhan ko to because, you know, may mga kamay. Pero, ayun, I turned out loving the overall vibe, and I guess the childhood soulmate trope may not be as obvious as I wanted it to be. Pero yeah, I guess it turned out great. So yeah, this is my entry for SOPE Week 2020 Day 4 with the prompt combo or combination, I guess, with the childhood friends trope and of course the context of soulmates. So yeah, that is it for this video. Konti na lang matatapos na tayo. Matatapos na din tong SOPE Week 2020 series. I can't wait to share to you guys mga ibang art videos ko. Like, not just SOPE, but even yung ibang Bangtan fan arts, anime fan arts, or even yung mga parang personal art ko. So, but for the meantime, yeah, ito. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video and if you aren't already, feel free to subscribe. I upload videos of K-pop, anime, art videos, travel vlogs, anything under the sun. And I will see you guys in the next video.